Alright, this is going to be a video of a review and a how-to on Tom's Key Company, tomskey.com, and the how-to is going to be programming a key that I bought from tomskey.com to my car with the key that I already have. And I'm also going to try, once that's done, programming another key I'd bought from somebody on eBay, and never really would like hold it programming it, like kind of would work, kind of wouldn't. So I'm going to try to program that one as well, because it's different than the locksmith I took it to that obviously didn't really know what they were doing. So started a timer so I could really keep track of exactly how long this video took, just for grins and giggles. But I'm going to do an unpacking of what I received. So I received a box like this, and it had all the contents in it. And one of the contents is it came with instructions, which is nice. So this is how to program a key. This is how to program a entry remote key fob, keyless entry remote key fob. I'm just going to be using the key today. Key instructions. They send you a shipping label. Save that for later, because you've got to return the programmer $45 security deposit, and they'll refund that once you're done, as long as you refund, send it back within 30 days. And they send us a little note as far as how the refund works. You got to put your order number and stuff like that on the shipping label and this instructions. Put this back in the box, otherwise they won't be able to process the return. And then this is just an invoice here. Yeah, I ended up finding like a $5 coupon code. This is the OBD extension cable that we'll be using to plug into the OBD plug down below. The steering wheel column down here. So put that down there for now. I bought the key, and after many emails and pictures sent in of my key, mine ended up being one that I guess didn't have a specific chip in it or something like that. So my key does not have the H or the G or the dot or whatever those other codes were. It just was a blank. So I had to use the aftermarket one that they sell, and it matches my what my key is, the factory key. So I'll put that right here, and then that is the last thing. Here is the actual programmer. Again, Tom's Key Company branded key programmer, and it's got this button on here with where you can flip the key or remote. So I will hold that right here for now. So basically, once I start, I will walk you through some of the processes here. So what you do first is you get out of the car and you plug in your extension cable for the OBD down below. I don't know if you can see me down here. This is just an extension cable. So you just plug this in like this. Make sure you get it up in there nice and solid. And then you get back in the car, and you have to make sure that all doors are closed and all doors are closed and unlocked. So all doors and closed are all doors are not closed. Now they're closed. And make sure that you watch the video before you do this. Videos.tomskey.com is the link they sent me. This is for a 2002 Toyota Camry the V6 model, which I think is probably more like some of the newer model Camrys that they were making at the time, as far as the key is concerned. But nonetheless, I just emailed back and forth quite a bit. The car just auto locked, so I might need to change the settings on this thing before I do this. We'll see. I used my door lock and not my key fob. Maybe that'll override the auto lock feature. So once all the doors are closed, all the doors are unlocked but closed, I've got my OBD2 extension cable plugged in. I've got this thing ready to plug into the extension cord when the time comes, and it's already preset to key, which is what I want. I've got my original key that works with me. Now the next thing you want to notice is the security. You want to find the security light. Mine is actually right over here, and it's currently blinking red. I mean, it's blinking pretty red. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. So you can see that thing's blinking red over here. Sometimes the security light will be in here somewhere, and it's a little car with a lock icon on top of it. Usually blinking like red or orange or something like that, but usually it's somewhere in the dash. And it's also, I've seen it on cars in the this is in the dashboard, and then on top of the dash there's like a little, security light up there. Sometimes a little bitty dome or something like that, but it's blinking. So it's blinking when the key is not in the ignition. And so as soon as I put it in the ignition, I believe it will stop blinking. Yep, so it stopped blinking there. And so the procedure for this is you will put it in the ignition, the light stops blinking, so you know you got the good key in there. And then you turn both keys, you turn it twice, 1, 2, to the actual on position, and then you leave it like that. And then once it's in the on position, you want to actually plug this thing in within 15 seconds. So I'm going to redo all that real quick. So I'm going to read the instructions real quick, just out loud, just to make sure I'm doing it right. So, doors closed, doors unlocked, security lights blinking red. I will plug the original key in to the on position, but not start the car, and I will turn it 2 clicks to the on position. If you look real close on the ignition switch, you can see it says lock, ACC, on, and then start. You're just going to the on position. So within 15 seconds of doing that, you want to plug in this with it set to whatever setting you're doing it, I guess. But this one I'm doing for the key, which it's already there. And then the programmer will make a couple short beeps. And then after a few seconds of that, the programmer will begin an extended series of beeps. And sometimes that will continue throughout the entire programming process, I think on the older models, but maybe not on the newer model of these programmers. And then I'll just watch the red security light over here and to turn on and to stay on where it's not blinking anymore. And it says after 5 to 10 seconds, but the video said closer to like 55 to 90 seconds, I believe. Oh no, this is just the beeping of the programmer, and then the blinking should stop on the security light. So then within 10 seconds of that, red light turning on, I'll want to remove this key, the actual working key, and the light should remain on. And then while that red security light is on, I'll insert the new uncut key right here, and I will not turn the key at all, which that's a key point. So you just literally insert the key, and mine's actually cut because I use their cutting edge service just so I don't have to fool with it later. It's more expensive, but whatever. But you just unplug the key in, do not turn the key. Then the red light should start blinking. And again, at this point, that's where the programmer will sometimes make a continuous sound until the key's programmed. That's okay if it does that. But do not open the car door during this process. And then all we're doing then is we're just waiting until the red security light stops blinking and stays off. This usually happens within 55 to 90 seconds. Then remove the key and the red security light should start blinking like it did before with no key in there. Open the door, unplug the OBD2 cable and programmer, and then the key should be programmed. So once it's done blinking, or once it stops blinking and stays off, remove the key, and the light will start blinking again on the security light. And then I need to open the door and then unplug the OBD2, and then the key's programmed. So let's go through this. Let's just go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna push this in, light stops blinking, 1, 2 to on. In 15 seconds you want to plug in this thing here. Alright, that was a little bit hard to push in. Make it set to key. And the program, this thing should beep. Nothing's working. Okay, that didn't do what it said it was gonna do. Well, that's annoying. Alright, let's try this again. Blinking red. 1, 2, within 15 seconds. Plug this in. Flip it to key. Should make a series of beeps. If this crap doesn't work, I'm gonna be freaking pissed. Doesn't really make any sense. Oh gosh. After all that crap, it doesn't even freaking work. Unbelievable. This is ridiculous. Put it in. 1, 2. Plug this bad boy in. Beep, beep, beep. Nothing. All the doors are unlocked. All the doors are closed because there's no icon up here. This thing never beeped. Let's just try something else. That thing was jammed in there like a motherfreaker. Should be working fine. But let's just see. Alright. 1, 2. Ah. 1, 2. Plugging the OBD in directly. And it's just not beeping at all. Oh my gosh. So programmer, I turned the key to on position. Within 15 seconds I plug Tom's Toyota key programmer into the OBD2 cable. Programmer will make a couple short beeps, but that's where it doesn't do it. It does not make a couple short beeps. Therefore, after a few seconds, the programmer will begin to extend a series of beeps. There are no series of beeps. Now I am watching for the red security light to turn on, in which it does not turn on. Therefore, it does not turn on and stay on with no blinking. All of that should happen within about 5 or 10 seconds, and it's easily been forever. Well, that's pretty annoying. Crap's supposed to work. Alright. I'm stopping the video.